Here we have a Hallicrafters Continental. Nice looking radio. It is, what is it? It's 2 bands, AM and shortwave, or broadcast band and shortwave. I like that dial, very busy. I like busy looking dials. Not bad condition. Let's see. It's got a, I guess the cabinet's made out of wood. I don't know. Maybe that's leather. I don't know. This little thing there looks like leather, but it's definitely wood. But I'll tell you, it's got that old radio smell. Oh, it's a DC. Oh, it's got, well, it's both AC and DC set. You got your tubes. It's got the tubes in there, which is always nice. And it says right here, to service tubes, remove the 2 screws below, which we're going to remove. I'm just hoping there's no asbestos in here. It doesn't look like it. These are probably all those wonderful 1-volt tubes. The chassis in here, the metal is got corrosion all over it, and I'm pretty sure it's what do you call it? What do they call that? From galvanic reaction. What do they call that? Whatever. Either way, not good for you. It's bad to inhale that, so I'll have to figure this out. But we're going to try to make this thing work. If it doesn't work, but maybe we'll go ahead and just plug it in and see what it does. Well, yeah, we'll do it. We'll go ahead and plug it in and see what it does. What's the worst that can happen? It's not going to explode. Let's see. It's uncoiled. Ooh, look at that plug. It's got a chunk missing out of it. Nice and dangerous right there. Looks like somebody put a little glue in that too. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, let's try to plug it in. Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Yeah, let's just plug it in. There you go. It's plugged in. Alright, you ready? Nothing, just a buzz. Alright, well, it doesn't work. So let's get it apart. Let's see if we can make it work. Doesn't look like this was ever worked on. We'll get it apart and see if we can make it work. Alrighty. Let's get rid of this radio that we had from earlier. Let's get rid of the back cover for now. It looks like the screws are on the bottom. Actually, let's get the knobs off first. Let's take the knobs off first. Okay, these knobs are actually marked. I'm glad it has the knobs. Knobs have a tendency to be difficult to get on. Here's a label on the bottom there. Final inspection. Is that the model right there? 5R41, 5R41. It's a 5R41. It's a beautiful 5R41. I like Hallicrafters radios. You know, they don't come up too often. You don't see these too often, at least out here. Maybe in other parts of the country here, or the world, they're more common, but we don't really see too many Hallicrafters. Well, it's nice that there's no asbestos in there. Nice wooden box. We'll put the wooden box on the side here. Let's turn this baby. Let's get rid of this mat. I'll just push it back. Oh yeah, look at that. The speaker is not crispy. That's a good thing. The dial looks really nice. The dial string is good. A lot of dust in there. A lot of dust in here. Look at all that. I'm going to be winding up breathing all that crap in. And I don't want to be breathing all that crap in. That's why I like to blow the dust out of these before messing with them, because you know, the dust just becomes airborne, and who knows what's in half of that dust that comes out of these. Cadmium, lead, asbestos. Alright, anyway, enough complaining. Nobody listens anyway. Ooh, look at the bottom of this beauty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That is nice. Oh, look. We've got a selenium rectifier diode. We had a buzz, so I wonder, let's see, we got to find, here's the electrolytic right here on the side. I wonder if this is an add-on. I wonder if somebody put that in there, or if that's original. I wonder. We know for sure that this is going to be bad. I should probably just, well, it's got a couplet right there. Look at that. Those could be problematic if you don't know what they are, and I don't know what they are. I don't have a schematic for this. If we can get one, I don't know. It's possible. I guess I could look. But maybe, let me see what that big one is. If I have these caps, maybe we'll just go ahead and, so it's a 0.2 at 600 volts. 0.2. What would be the closest to a 0.2 at 600 volts? What would be closest to that? Let's see. Let's see what I got here. A 0.2. We have a 0.1 or a 0.22. What do you think? 0.22? Probably 0.22, huh? That's what we're going to put in this, so we can do that. It's a 0.22. Alright. That's 600. Is that a 600 volt? Yeah, it looks like it. We'll go ahead and put that in there. We should probably do the the electrolytic first. And oof. I hate touching this chassis because I know this has got some bad stuff coming off it. And this cap is this capacitor is it screwed in there? How's that held in? Of course that capacitor is riveted on, so that's going to have to come off. We're going to have to figure that one out. So this is that one. I'll just put it on the side for right now. The edge is kind of opened up a little bit on that. What's this one here? This is a 400 microfarad, 15 working volts. So we'll put a 470 in there. That's a pretty common one. Well, yeah, 15 volts. Yeah, that's fine. We definitely got that one. I have this big sitting right here. I've got this very large box of random capacitors that were loose. So here's one of the bags that's in there of these are just radial lead caps, and we may use some of those. We got a bunch of these old Sprague Adams. These are so old, but I've never seen one of these go bad. I've never seen one of them go bad. But we need a full, what was that, 47 No, 400. So we need a 470 microfarad at whatever voltage comes up. So, you know, cost us 680. You know what? I'll do that in a minute. I won't bore you with that. Let's go ahead and I'm going to try to get this. Let's move that out of the way. I want to try to get this out of here. This is going to have to come out because we're going to have to use the space that it's in to put the new one. So that's got to come out of there. And then this beauty is going to have to come out after it. Can we see what I'm doing? Yeah, you can see kind of. So this is going to come out, and then this has got to come out. I got to figure out how I'm going to get that out. If I can just break that loose somehow. Maybe I'll get a larger pair of pliers in there. Maybe. I don't want to wind up breaking something that I shouldn't. That shouldn't be broken because I'm trying to get this thing out. Maybe I can just, let's see, be nice if that rivet pops. Boy, I'd be really happy if that rivet popped. I usually don't use screwdrivers as chisels, but look at that, it came right off, nice. Very good, that was easy. I don't know where that piece of the rivet went, but wherever, doesn't matter, it's out now. Alright, so this is a 60 and a 40. 60 microfarad and a 40 microfarad at 150 volts. So we need a, what, 68 and a 47? So we got a box of Nichicons at 450 volts. We probably, well, I hate to put such high ones in there. Let me see if I have, you know, I'm going to grab some caps and then I'll come back. I don't want to, I'm going to try to put less than 450 because of these 1 volt tubes. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, so we cut this out. We got to remove the switch right here. This is the, that you push the plug in there for the battery. But so this is a 60 microfarad at 150 and a 40 at 150, and I have a 47 and a 100, which I think is going to be fine either way. I think it'll work just fine, but we're going to do that. So the, let's see, the green was the 40, so that's going to be the 47, and it's right on the switch, right in there. I got to get, I got to see if I can. Let's heat that up on there so it's. So it doesn't move. So we're going to try to just unsolder it right from the switch right here. Oh, darn. That's probably not going to be too easy, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Okay, let's see if I can get it out of there. If I can get the green wire. Yeah, it came out. Okay. Alright, let's see. Make a little. Let's bend it in just a little bit. Try to push it right into that same hole. I try not to breathe in the smoke, but it's not helping that it's that I got to look right over the top of it. You know, I wonder if this really should be just a little bit, maybe a little bit longer. I need it to be stiff so it kind of holds its own, because I don't have, hopefully it'll be good. Let's see. Let's try to just get it in there. If I can get this just soldered on, I'll be happy. Alright. I really need a fume, a solder fume absorber, remover, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so that's the green one, and hopefully that'll be, yeah, that'll fit in there. That'll be fine. And then we'd have to figure out the negatives after. Let's just get the positive leads on there. That actually fits pretty good. So now the red one goes right here on this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. It goes right here on this terminal strip that I had bent back a little bit. So it goes right here. So that looks good. Let's see if I can get that wire off without causing any damage. Either that or I'll just cut it. I'm just going to cut it off. The heck with it. The heck with it. This is what I mean. You know, you wind up causing more damage trying to remove these wires than if you just cut it off. So it's just better to just cut it off. Alright, so that was the now it's going to be the 100. That would have been the 60. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that should be fine. We should be fine. Let me just tin it. I'm just going to push it through the, I'm going to just push it right through the little thing here. At least try to just get it soldered on there. It's going to be fine. Just like what's his name said, Mr. Glasslinger said, I don't have time to sit here and there you go. We actually went through to go ahead and J-hook and do all this stuff. I'd have to charge $1 million for radio. I think he made some kind of comment like that, and I actually agree with him. A lot of these, it is a lot of work, and for the most part, I don't know. I think he's right. I've done this before, just connecting just holding the terminal right onto the lug or whatever and soldering it, and it seems to work just fine. May not be ideal, but seems to work okay. I need to get these screws back in this switch. We had to remove it to get to those terminals with it. At least one of them, the 47 was, or the 40 microfarad was soldered right to that switch. And it's very tight in that spot. There you go. I want to scrape this chassis and get this this stuff airborne. You can see it's even coming off on my mat a little bit. Yeah, there's plenty of room in here now. This is fine. I'm just going to leave the black wire. Let me go ahead and put some more heat shrink on these black leads, and then I'm just going to solder the let's cut a little more of that off. We'll go ahead and J-hook this one. We'll J-hook these and put that black wire, and it should hold it just fine. These caps are so tiny anyway. My pliers have like wax or something on them, and it's making it they're sticking shut, which is very annoying. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put a larger piece. Let's see. We have some larger black right here. Let's put a larger piece, and then I can pull it back over and cover this entire piece right here once it's done. Of course, it's too big. We've got to cut it shorter, unfortunately. Because I know that's going to wind up getting it's going to wind up shrinking. Alright, there you go. There's that. There's that. We need to peel this back just a tad. There you go. She's beautiful. Yeah, that should be fine. Is that going to fit over that? Well, it would. It should fit over. We'll have to see. It's going to probably wind up shrinking anyway. It's probably not going to. My idea is probably not going to work, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see if I, oh, come on. Let's see if I can, yeah. Come on, slide over. I think it just made it. This heat shrink has like a glue inside of it. And you got a very short period of time to get that, to get it to, yeah, that's good. Look at that. That's beautiful. See that? Oh, we're a little out of the frame, so let's move it up a little bit. See that? Look at that. It's beautiful. Here's the black wire. That was the red. That was the green. What was this one here? We need to change this one too. This was a 400 at 15 Volts. That's amazing, the size of that capacitor. That is just amazing. So, 400, that should be an easy one. Let's see, a 470. Let's see, let's see if I got a 470 in this box. So we got 1,000. 15, these are high voltage though. 220 at 50. 100. 1,000, what are you? There's a 470 at 50. I guess that'll work. That's what we're going to put in there. In the other room, I've got a bag that has about 1,000 470. Look at the difference. That's a 470 at 50. And that's a 400 at 15. Look at the difference. Jeez. Is this even going to, are these wires going to be long enough? They'll probably just be long enough. I wonder if this is even bad. A lot of times these capacitors, these dry ones like this, they don't even go bad. Maybe I'll do that one last. We'll see. I could put that on the, we can test that on the, what do you call it? It's easy to disconnect it too. Let's do that. Let's test it on the with the Sencor and see what that does. It's only 15 volts, so there's not a lot of voltage running through it. This is the issue right here when you try to unsolder something. Look at this. Get off there. Look, they coiled it around. Oh, no. Look how that bridged. It's hard to believe that actually bridged like that. Because if you try to make that bridge, you'd never do it. That's the wire. So here's the... Let me see if that's enough. If enough of this came off, I can pull that out. I could probably just cut it too. But then if I have to change it... You know why? This is such a pain. See, I broke the lug. See that? When you pull it, it actually broke. So it's funny that the wire I didn't want to come off came off pretty nicely. But what else is new, right? Alright. I'm just going to, let's see. I don't have a good place right now to have this set up, so we're just going to have to lay it up here for right now. I'm going to redo everything in here and make and get a pretty decent setup for myself. This is kind of foolish what I'm doing. But let me see. This is plus. You know, like I said in other videos, I'm not doing this to make money. I'm just doing it to give myself something to do. Things had, I mentioned it too, that there's been some changes in my life that give me some free time here, and I enjoy doing this, and I think it's pretty cool. So we're gonna keep it up, and let's see, 15. Should probably go a little higher on the voltage. Usually working volts. The capacitor sometimes sees some higher voltage, but ooh, so 586. It's supposed to be a 400. Yeah, not too good. 1.9 ohms ESR. Yeah. Let's see. Let's try to put 50 volts in that cap. I'm curious. Let's put 50 volts in that cap. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Well, it says it's a 15 volt cap, but at 50 volts it went to 0 ohms. So it's a short at 50 volts. I don't think it'll ever see 50 volts, but that's kind of interesting that did that. Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess we could change it either way. Either way, it's not a big deal. I've never really seen those big caps go bad. Those dry electrolytics. I think that is one of them. I think it is one of them. All right, so what did I do with that other one that I had here? What did I do with it? Was that it right there? Yeah, it's a 470 at 50. Let's see, if we put that, this is going to need a lot of, it's going to need a lot of help. It's going to need a lot of help, this one here. I broke that poor connection. Let's see, if we put this here, I could just extend that other wire. I think we're going to just do that. So this is the positive side, actually. This is the positive side. Are you positive? I'm positive. All right. Make sure, it just doesn't seem right. 15. It says 15. So that's what it is. I'm just going to give this a good... Let me put a lump of solder on here. Poor little connection there. Yeah, these little terminal strips, they're kind of weak. They're not very strong, so it doesn't take much to really break them. And I know some guys work on these things all the time, and they know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just messing around. Wow, it's holding the heat pretty good. Look at that. It's amazing. I'm going to have to redo that one anyway. What I wanted to do was get it up to the top here so I can put a big lump of solder on there with the other wire, because this only has the one other wire, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, you stay there. Let that cool off. This is going to wind up being a really long video. I hope people don't mind it. I guess you don't have to watch it either. But you know, maybe I'll glue these caps down. I could put a little spot of glue on the top of them. At least these two, the two over there. So you know what I'm going to do here? Watch this. Where's this one connect? Connects right here. Do I have a long? I need to. If I had a long piece of wire, or you know what? I can just use this wire too if it's long enough. I'm not sure if it's long enough. Will that make it? Let's see. Yeah, it will. It will. It'll do it. Let's J-hook right here. We'll put a little. Cut this off here. Put a little J right there. And we'll solder these together. And then we'll put some shrink right over the whole thing, right up to the top. I get some people that say to me, I like the long videos, and some people say that, you blabber on too much. So I don't know. I don't know that. I'm not really, I'd like to help if someone is working on something and they could see what I did, and they could do it safely. It has to be done safely, you know. Especially this tube stuff, this high voltages in tube stuff, and you got to be real careful. You don't want to get hurt. Please, please, you don't want to get hurt. But anyway, if I can help somebody accomplish something, that's really what I'm doing. So if someone doesn't like what I'm doing, I don't know what to say. You know, I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that. They don't have to watch it. I would hope that wouldn't be the case, but I've gotten a couple of nasty comments from people. I don't know why. You know, you could just go somewhere else and watch something else instead of commenting. Or, you know, leaving some negative something or other, and then it just makes it more difficult for people like me that are just trying or getting started out or whatever. But whatever. Alright, so let's change this one first, and then I can, yeah, that's good. That'll work out fine. When you're changing stuff around, especially when you're moving parts around, especially around where these coils and stuff are, you want to try to get the dressing of the wires back the way it originally came. Because now I've had an incident where I did something like this, and I just moved the wire over, and it had a problem. It had some kind of a feedback or something, and I checked parts, and it actually, in the end, turned out to be I moved that wire a little bit away from whatever it was next to, and it started working. And I thought to myself, my gosh, I can't believe I did that. Now, I just found something right here. Look at this can dome. Is that, well, I don't know if that's, maybe that's okay. Maybe that's just a tab for, just to hold it down. All right, what's this beautifully waxed? It looks like an Ajax capacitor. Does that say Ajax? Or something of that nature. What is the value of this thing? I can't read it. I always have to check, make sure I have it before I cut it out. Capacitance. What is it? I can't read it. I can't read it. 20 something? I can't read it. It's definitely, you know, let's put, it'd be nice if I could read it. It would be so nice if I could just read that number. Alright, well, it's 200 volts. I can't read the capacitance. Is it only in that one spot? It says paper. Ajax. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, so that's going to be a problem. I guess it's like all 0.2 maybe? 0.2. You know, I can't read it. And I don't have a schematic for this, so what does that go to? Let's see. It's in the power supply too, so it's got to go. It's going to have to go. But I don't know what it is. I wish I could read that, but I can't. It's like partially, this thing must have gotten hot, and there was wire touching up against it. You can see the wire had made a mark, and right over where the value was. Right over where the value was. Alright, well, we'll have to leave that one for now. So let's go ahead, we'll just put that underneath it, I guess, for right now. I wish that wasn't a problem, but it is. Oh well. No, I thought that would make it a little easier to read, but that wire was right over where the value was stated, and it made it impossible to read the value. This is when a schematic would come in really nice. Well, you know what, let's put another, I guess this one will probably work. Let's see if I can, I could slide that back. Let's put where's the big one there? Let's put another one on there. You get back there. It just needs to cover up the edge. Oh, come on. This wire is very thick. Very, very thick. You know what? I think after this, we'll get this one on here. And I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find out what value this other one is. I'll look online maybe if I can find some service information for this. If we could find a little service information, that would really be nice. And then I don't have to leave that in there. I guess I could check it But if it's not, you know, if the value is off, that presents another problem. So, but being that it's in the power supply, it may also not be that critical, but I'm not sure. We'll have to double check it here in a few. Get in there, get in there. Alright, let's see. Nice. Look at that piece of wax. We'll leave that piece of wax up there. Alright, so we got these. The electrolytics are in there. That stinks right there. This is going to be a toughie right here to get this one out. So usually when they're in there and it's connected, I'd like to know what the voltage is in there. Sometimes I'll just leave those in there like that because, oh, you know what? I wasn't even thinking. Where's the across the line cap, if there is one? I wonder if that's it right there. Oh, does this even have one? And we do need to change this. I guess we could put a just like a 1N60 or something in there, and maybe a, I don't know, 20 ohm resistor maybe. I hate messing with those, you know, with the 1-volt tubes. You don't want to overvolt these radios. And I should put a CL90 in here. This one's got to go. This one's partially opened up, and this is a 0.2, and I think that's what this was, a 0.2. It's so hard to see. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that right now. This is a 0.2. It's 600 volts, and that was we got this one was a 0.22, I think. That one's got to go. That one's opening up. So let's go ahead. I'll change this one. I'll change this one right here. Let's see. You know, that goes to the power switch and then to ground. So if that goes to the power switch and ground, that could be the across the line cap, huh? Let's see. Let's see if that is. Because we got to put a different type of cap in there. We got to put that safety cap in there if it is. You'll get over there. Jeez. All right. Let's see if it's connected to one side of this power cord. It is. Connected to one side of the power cord, so that is the across the line cap. And what did I say it was? A 0.2. All right, we're going to put in a let's see, 0.22. Yeah, we'll put in a 0.22. 0.22 will work. An X2 cap. Where's the 0.22? Let's see. This is a... What are you? This is a 0.68, 0.1, 0.047, 0.022, 0.001, 0.047, 0.22. There you go, 0.22. All right, so let's do that. All right, 0.2. So let's get that out of there. Let's lop it off. Let's go ahead and lop that one off. We'll lop it right off. Look at that, she's opening up on the side. So this one looked like either did already pop or was getting ready to pop. One or the other. The only problem now is we need to extend those wires a bit. So, alright, I'm going to pause right now. I'm going to find a heavy piece of wire, and we'll get the rest of the caps figured out, and then I'll be back. Okay, well, we got the capacitors changed, except the one, I don't know what it is, but I think it's a 0.02. I'm not 100% sure, but I removed it and put in another 0.02, and it didn't seem to make any difference. I did turn it on, and it does work. This one, the same thing, didn't make any difference, so we're just going to leave those two. But everything else is done. I'm not sure what's inside of this couplet. Hopefully it's okay. We got this one here I didn't touch. I'm hoping it's a mica. I didn't do this diode, but we may do the diode. I did. We're going to check and see if there's any AC voltage coming off of it. But let's go ahead and we'll turn it on real quick. I did see that the bar antenna is cracked, unfortunately. There you go, and it looks like somebody tried to glue it at some point, but it's a very simple. It only has two connections, so I don't know. Nothing I can really do about that right now, but we're gonna just do a slight little touch-up on the coils here, on the IF coils, just to see if I can get it a little more sensitive. Slightly. That one slightly. Oh yeah.
Let's take a camera in here.
Oh yeah.
I made an Alright. Let's go to Chris, Central Illinois, the great WS. How are you, Chris?
That's very strange.
Hicks is on his back. I thought he was going to kind of throw him over and be able to keep going, but Hicks is able to get his...
Which one? Let's see. Hold on a second. Where are the knobs? The knobs. This one's AM. Very strange. I should have made sure all the tube sockets were nice and clean first.
It's terrible, and there's a couple of now. There's downstate school districts which are contracts, and they're they have the influence of Chicago Teachers Union in their negotiations. Newline.com. This one, so much.
one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just paid money.
Too bad that antenna's cracked though.
Prayer for the National Eucharistic Revival, which continues and spreads.
My God, I believe, I adore, and I love you.
I make fun of those who do not believe, nor love you. Most Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, I adore you profoundly. The rule and reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he is
For stations to identify themselves coast to coast and around the world, this is Westwood One, your home for the NFL and Monday Night Football. Never listen at the shows. Streams now. Shoot off on Blast 24/7. My BabySportsNetwork.com. This is Radio 930 AM, KRLD Las Vegas. All right, we just had another by Washington. Third over at their 29, under center with a couple tight ends. Mahomes, he gets the snap in.
And now here's a retirement plan to all employees. As a business, how do you even start? Just call the Vegas Chamber to get plugged into the Chamber's 401k plan. It's simple to administer, provides great options, and will quickly help your business meet Nevada's new retirement plan mandate. Visit VegasChamber.com to get plugged in. Sponsored by the Vegas Chamber in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Let me tell you about this.
Hey, I'm Carlos. And I'm Ebony. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Pretzel Cheddar Club
Is the tangy bun with the pretzel bun. It takes it to a whole nother level.
it goes perfectly with the chicken and the cheddar cheese and the bacon.
Man, you know you love bacon.
Can't hold that.
Get your will today at relevantradio.com/will or text will to 914. That's relevantradio.com/will or text 914.
Always loud and clear. Your smart speaker. Details at relevantradio.com/smart.
You know what?
For Catholic life.
KNIH Paradise, Las Vegas.
Listener
That's
supported.
Relevant Radio 970 AM.
more than likely it's 455 kilohertz IF.
Radio News brought to you by Ave Maria Mutual Funds. Information at 1-866-AVE-MARIA
C.
or
Miller Waits B.
AveMariaFunds.com. President Trump is in Japan on the second leg of his Asia diplomacy tour. After a ceremonial meeting earlier today with Japan's emperor, he's expected to focus on trade, investment, and defense spending in talks with the country's new prime minister. Trump is also set to discuss a potential trade truce with Chinese leader Xi Jinping in Korea. Hurricane warnings are not being issued for the Bahamas as Melissa makes a northwestward turn. The most powerful storm to strike the region in decades will hit Jamaica early Tuesday morning. Officials are fearing the worst as the storm is expected to deliver catastrophic and
It seems like it. So 455 kilohertz. Seems like there may be a loose connection in there. In this IF right there. We'll have to check that. Alright, Let's turn off the RF from that. Try to get an antenna for the shortwave. Anyway, I'm going to see if I can find this. Let's unplug it. I want to see if I can find. It's what seems like a. There may be a. I think you can pull these covers off too. Yeah, well, you know what? It's actually like falling down. It should be. I can see the. It should be clipped in here. And it's not for some reason. I don't know. And I didn't do that. So let's see what's going on here. This should be in here. You know, let me try to get that back in, and then I'll be right back once I get it in. All right, so I did find the problem, and we're going to try to readjust that 455 kilohertz. We still got to get that. So that was definitely one problem. We've got to get this. Unfortunately, these are definitely the IF cans that suffer from silver mica disease, but these don't have it yet. But it sure seems like somebody may have tried to, when the radio wasn't working, somebody tried to look in here and they tried to take this off because it's unclipped, and I'm having a heck of a time getting in there to get that clip back on. And I think what's happening is that clip is falling down and touching things that it shouldn't touch. And I'm just having a really hard time getting it in because it's right up against the tuning condenser in the back there. It's right up against it, which has given me a very difficult time. So we may, I don't know, it's always a problem, right? Always an issue. If I can just get it to stay just like that, maybe I'll put a little bit of hot glue in there just to hold it in place. I'm not sure that it matters other than it needs to not touch anything, basically. Is this still on? Yeah, it is. All right. Yeah, I mean, look how much stronger it is now. Alright, turn that off.
And over on defense in the shotgun formation.
Coming down. Applied with the innocent. I'd like to see things change, and then over was Ohio.
Do you think you'll sit down with Hakeem Jeffries?
That's right.
Okay, it's working pretty good now. I wish the only issue here, besides that, and we'll figure that one out, is this broken antenna. I don't know. I really don't know what to do. I guess if I could get another ferrite bar, I could just remove the wire from here and rewind it onto another ferrite bar if I can come up with one. You really can't glue those. Somebody tried to. What'd I do with the two screws that held that up? Oh, there they are. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't glue. If a ferrite bar is cracked, Yeah, you can't glue it. For an antenna, it has to be one continuous piece. And if you glue it, you know, you're making a little space between it, so it'll never have the same inductance as it would if it was a solid piece, so you can't do that. Regardless, it is what it is, and we'll try to figure that one out. I like this radio. It's in very nice shape, so we're going to try to do something with this. Let's see. Let's try shortwave. Let's see. I don't have an antenna, but we could try my my alligator clip here. This is all I can do for right now for an aerial. Let's just hook it up to this. There you go. There you go. Let's see what it does. This is Let's turn the. Actually, leave it on for a minute. Takes a little bit for that signal generator to boot up. So, all right. Let's see. We just turn the. Let's see. Turn off the output. That should be fine.
And while others are panic shopping later, you'll already be.
Let's put the right knobs where they go. This is volume. This is tuning. Now you got to be careful with this. Has got a hot chassis, so whenever you're working on sets with a hot chassis, you don't want to connect other equipment to it touching the ground, especially if you got the plug plugged in the wrong way. It'll just blow up your equipment. So you got to be careful with that one. Or you can get an electric shock too. Alright, so this is AM.
It's to impine would be anathema. It is shadow government and Donald Trump.
Let's go to shortwave. Let's see if we can get anything on shortwave. It's kind of early here, so I don't think so. But you never know. I don't know if I have any. Let's try something here. Wait a second. Oh, wait a second here. Let's do this. Hit it. Oh. Sounds like it's doing something. Let's see here. Yeah. We'll have to come back at night and try to see if we can get anything on shortwave. It's just in this area. It's just really bad. It's just we don't get good, especially during the day. Anyway, let's go back to AM. Oop. With the broken antenna.
But why doesn't Dennis just go to the Novus Ordo and teach the people by example? He's acting as if he's so much better than people who attend that forum. That's not a bad...
That's and more at NFL Shop. New season, new styles. And like a pro, and shop now.
Too bad that bar is broken.
Hey, don't you think?
Yeah. I want it done while...
Even though it still seems to work pretty good.
Chris Coonahan is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we come out there.
Democrats took the bait because they didn't want to talk about the shutdown.
The hype. Use Charlie Bullshit because there's a review.
Oh, 888-914-9.
They've heard all my stories about child abuse. And whipping the vote, I think,
There's our machine here. Alright, anyway, I think that's good for this one. I'll have to figure out a way to get a new bar for this. We should do actually. I know it's been a long video, but we should probably check the tubes in it just to make sure. Why not? Make the video a little longer. It's going to be over an hour. Not going to hurt anybody, is it? Alright, let's see. We only got 4 tubes in there. Alright, I'm going to go grab a tube checker. I'll be right back. Alright, so we got a tube checker, and this one is a 1R5. I'm sure they're all... This should just be an easy go here. 1R5, let's see. 1R5. So A is, okay, well, A is going to be 5. Where is it? 1R5, 5, and then B is 1. C is F, so B is 1, C is F. Where are we? D is 4 and socket 7. Alright, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Around the shorts. Emissions are good. No shorts. No grid leakage. Alright. We got a good tube. The 1R5 is a good tube. So let's see. We'll put that back in here. Look, you only got 4 of these tubes to sit and watch me check. Okay, what is this one? This is a 1U4. So 1U6, 1U5. So again, it's 5, 1, F6, socket 7. So 1F6, socket 7. Good emissions. No shorts. No grid leakage. Beautiful. Alright, that's good. That's a good one. Okay. put the shield back on. Alright, so what do we got here? We got this tube right here. This is a 3v4. 3v4, so it's 5 3f6. 5, what did I say? 3v4, 3, 5, 3f6. Those 3f6. And then socket 7. A piece of fuzz on there. It's amazing how these 1-volt tubes, they come right up. You know, the fit, they start to conduct just immediately. Alright, that one's good. I have a feeling they're all just going to be good anyway. We only got one more to do. This one has a shield on it as well. That shield came off pretty easily. Alright, so this one's got a little stubby vacuum thing, nipple there. What are you? What is it? What is this tube? It probably says it on the top. Ooh, I don't know. I don't see a number on it. I'm sure people that know what these machines are. Let me look at it under a magnifier. Hang on a second. Alright, it's a 1U5. It's another 1U5. So it was 1G6. Excellent. So all the tubes are good. That's the end of that one. It would be nice if I had a good bar antenna, but it is what it is. So, yeah, that poor bar antenna. Maybe I'll see if I got something I could make an antenna out of it. I'm going to go ahead and put it back together, the radio back together, and we'll give it one more check out, and then we'll be done. Hang on. Be right back. Alright, so here's the beautiful cabinet. Get a quick little wipe of the inside of the lens here. I think it was pretty clean anyway, but these are plastic and it'll probably scratch pretty easily, but we'll be careful. Alright, so everything looks good. The only thing we didn't do, I just remembered, was the diode, but I think it's good. I'm not going to change it. Again, I'm not going to use this radio anyway, but I like the way it looks though. But we're not going to use it. You know, maybe novelty, just turn it on once in a while just to show it off, maybe. If I even keep it, I don't even know if I'm going to keep it. Like I've said a million times, I can't keep everything. I just don't have room here. Although, because of circumstances, we're going to have to move out of this location. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's going to happen sooner or later. Probably sooner than later. So it'll be a lot easier not to have to move all this stuff. Well, like I tell my kids, or I tell my son, I told him that the other day. I say, you know, I'm really sorry, but should I pass away, you're going to have a big mess to deal with. Oh. Let's see, is it in the... Oh, look at that, it's not in all the way. We got to get it in further. Unfortunately, come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. Very nice. Let's see, is that a 1/4 inch? Yeah, it's a 1/4 inch. Let's find the other screw. There should be one. There it is right here with the washer. I'd like to get that, whatever that is, off that chassis, but probably just better not to touch it. It's all over my hands right now, so I'm not too concerned, but I'm just going to have to wash pretty good. You really don't want to breathe that stuff in. I'm pretty sure it's galvanized. I'm reasonably sure. Look, there's a little label on there. So it has somebody's name and address and a phone number. It says repair shortwave and whatever needs repair. That's what it says on there. That's nice. Alright, tuning. Alright, tuning. I guess it doesn't really matter which way it goes on. That looks good. And volume and off. Let's see, the off will be straight up and down. What do you think? There you go. You can see a lot of the paint that's kind of rubbed over there in that volume control. Alright, here's the back cover. The only thing we're going to, in order to play it, we need to have a wire attached to that antenna, which, you know, in this kind of set is not a good idea to have any wires at all hanging out of it, but it's just me, so we're going to do it. We're going to just solder. Hopefully I can get solder to stick to this little, it should. Yeah, it does. It does. Well, maybe. Can use silver solder, maybe. I don't have any handy at this exact moment, but that would have been nice if that lump of solder stuck to that. Yeah, it's stuck to it. It's stuck to it. It's okay. Not the ideal way to solder something, but oh, nope, pulled it off. Come on. There you go. Just have it sticking out the back here, just so. I wonder if these need to be shielded in any way. I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but I guess we could put, is that going to fit on there? Let's see. Yeah, it does. Just to keep it from touching anything else. Probably not, it's probably okay, but I'm just not sure. You'd think that would have some other thing over that. We'll put a piece of white electrical tape over that piece right there. This is some old electrical tape, but I don't think this is I'm just going to just leave it like that so we can get it off. Yeah, you know what, that's fine. I don't want it, the dial cord is in there too. I don't want it grabbing anything. Alright, so we need to have this. I guess we can just have it sticking out right there. And then you just put the back cover on. It's held in with a snap. And that's it. She's all back together. I know this is a long video, but oh well. Let's see. Let's see how she sounds when it's all together. Where's that one? There it is.
Hey, Sylvia. I haven't talked to your mother in a while. How's she doing?
From reading in Russian, but I'm a...
We're not going to get it thanks to the Democrats' shutdown.
Because I moved back here. It didn't even get...
Not sure how it's got the civil defense markings on it.
Maybe
Oh, you can't get to the short wave with the cover on it. That's interesting that it's held.
Friday, I've got to go out.
Get sped up tonight.
We can't tell them. People love God in their own way.
Someone, or he just did it? I think I would have to clear it with someone, and I'm not telling.
What is that right there? Let's see. What is, oh, it came right off. Alright.
Eating the Colonel Jessup at breakfast, right?
Trying to say.
Anyway, that's it for this one. This is going to go on the shelf. We're going to, actually, for right now it's not, but it's going to, it's kind of cool looking. It's called the Hallicrafters Continental. Interesting looking radio. And it still has the handle on it. I guess it's meant to be a portable because it holds batteries as well. But, alright, well, thanks for watching, and hopefully this video isn't going to be too long for some people, but oh well, it is what it is. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Stay safe, people. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay safe. Bye-bye.